The Delhi, it says it's 1,367 kilometers from here. Let's see how many days it takes to reach there. I'm just gonna take it slow, easy. Nasik. So now I'm on the Pune-Nasik highway, and then after some distances I must take a diversion, and then I think I'm heading towards the general direction of Malegaon in North Maharashtra. I may reach, I may not reach Malegaon, so that's it. In fact, I don't know much about Malegaon, but the only thing I can associate with it is I've heard a lot in news. It was where a blast happened. So if I ride continuously at this speed towards Delhi, it's gonna take me 1 day and 1 hour. That is 25 hours continuous ride without stopping even a single break. But I'm gonna break down this 24 hours into three, probably 3 to 4 equal number of riding hours to make it easy. I mean, in a day riding a bike more than 350 becomes a little bit taxing. I don't know if you have got a super bike, but I mean, on a bike like Himalayan, 300 to 350 is just the sweet spot. I don't even like to ride at 80 kilometers per hour. Like 70 is also a sweet spot. You can enjoy the breeze. The vehicle vibrates a little bit less. Toll plaza 1000 meters ahead, and luckily on Indian roads you don't have to pay for the toll tax for a bike. I think in European countries or Western countries you pay, but not here. And on a personal level, I've got exemption from paying toll taxes, so that's a relief for me. The bike is shifting towards the right a little bit. It's so nice being on the highway, very relaxing. If I go at a speed of around 100 or beyond, it doesn't make it very interesting. Sustained ride at 100 kilometers per hour, it becomes boring. I love the landscape over here. It's not plain, but it's rolling. The features is rolling far and wide. But I bet during summers it must be really hot, this place. But as of now, it's so cool. Nice, man, nice, really nice. This rolling features, which is in contrast to the plains. So during the days of Shivaji, he was known for a lot of guerrilla warfare tactics, and the Mughals could never defeat him. So, and in fact, he harassed the Mughals. So it must be this region which actually facilitated him to, you know, adopt the guerrilla warfare technique. Oh, what a nice! You see wildflowers. You see in the mountains, in the hills, greens, and in between you could see yellow wildflowers. Man, it's amazing. And so many marigolds being thrown. So as of today, I've just ridden 72.4 kilometers yet. So maybe at 100 kilometers I'll take a stop. See, Sangamner, Malwadi. The Sangamner is where I'm planning to go. Traffic diversion ahead, 200 meters. This guy is on his phone, and on the highway we'll have to stop for him. Karnataka was mostly plains. So the moment I entered Maharashtra, that is from Belgaum onwards, I could see this rolling terrain features. So this region is known as Ambegaon. Lots of township in succession. You hardly ride 15-20 kilometers and you reach a new township. Bye, Mr. Brother, using a mobile phone. Super tight traffic. Krishi Utpan Bazaar Samiti Manchar. Oh no, sorry, this place is not Ambegaon, it's Manchar. Ambegaon is a little bit far off. I mean, I haven't reached Ambegaon yet. Boy, it's getting hotter. So I've ridden exactly 100 kilometers. I think I need to fill up the tank. It says 400 meters there is a petrol station. Yeah, there is the petrol station. Let me also take a break. I think there is petrol. I've just taken a break here at, I don't know the village name actually. So actually my saddlebags in my bike was a little bit heavier on the right hand side, so I just pulled this straps, and it's even now. So I've just finished taking a break, freshen up, had some cold drinks, And now I'm off. Maharashtra is little bit hot, but once I hit the road, the breeze is quite cool. So let's hit the road again. Yeah, the bike seems a little bit more stable. The weights were on the right hand side, fully balanced now. The thing about this this kind of luggage system is that it's an art to balance the weight. Now and then whenever I have to take a break, I have to open up all the bags, open up the buckles, roll it again. But this system is light and I prefer it on a bike because of its lightness. The bike is more stable and the ride quality of the bike actually does not diminishes with even weight on. Chalakwadi is the name of this village. Okay, and a tall text which doesn't bother me. So it's 11:48 now. I plan to end the day by around like 5 o'clock. So 4 o'clock onwards I'll start searching for the accommodation, booking.com or hostel.com if I can search online. If not, I'll just find out a accommodation next to the road. So what I still have got left with 4 hours of riding now. Cows. This looks like some, wow, Chalakwadi is quite a big, would you call it a township or something in between township and a village. Come on, Mr. Dog, don't. Holy mother. The next break, another 100 kilometers from here. So on a total we have ridden 981 kilometers since the start of the journey from Bangalore. The rolling landscape of Maharashtra continues. I guess this region is a part of Deccan Plateau. So the structures are quite old, but the top surface it's still green. So it's very beautiful to see. I mean, right after monsoon, everything starts to bloom, wildflower starts to bloom. So I guess I would have to see more of such beautiful scenery. Riding at 80 km per hour at a sweet speed, steady. What would it be like to like camp up those mountains, you know, trek all the way up to that mountain and camp on the peak? I mean, there's no one and you can see the whole area so beautifully. It would be so nice. Thank God the sun being hidden by the clouds, a momentary respite from the heat. So the next village, Malwadi, rumble strips. Nice rumbling, nice fluffy clouds. In my experience, I mean whatever life experience I had in life, clouds are so beautiful to see, like from down below, white fluffy. But like when you're skydiving, when you jump from an aircraft, you're above, the aircraft is above the clouds, and when you fall slowly and when you're inside the cloud, you can barely enjoy the free fall. It's all about perspective, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. Some people enjoy rain and some people say it's wet. When I ride like this, some of my relatives told me, man, won't you get tired? I mean, that's a perspective for them. For me, it's fun. I'm not a biker myself, but still I wanted to ride. I bought a bike, I started riding. Lots of winds, but these are not like the crosswinds which I faced in Western Ghats. These are more of winds which are coming straight on. So much better. I can enjoy it, and obviously this protects the wind a little bit. Kurkunde, a small village. Quiet. It must be a very quiet village. Man, I prefer staying in such locations. A beautiful place. So open. Roads are well connected. What a great camping spot it would be. The locals could earn some revenue from it. If I find such beautiful spots like at around 4 or 5, love to camp, but I'm not carrying a tent as of now. Karagaon. Loving it, loving the ride. Whew. And I think I bought a perfect bike for a long tour, named Neo. I named this bike Neo, my companion Neo. inspired from the movie Matrix. What I'm doing right now is I'm just wandering around. Wandering around is actually not wandering around. It's a thing to find ourselves. In the ancient times, in all spiritual lineage, in India, everywhere, like people who are into self-realization, who wants to know the meaning of this life, they generally, leave everything behind. They start just wandering off. And this wandering off, when you're alone, when you're not influenced by anything, tend to find yourself. I mean, we are all constantly being influenced. We are not free people, actually, even mentally, constantly being influenced by the surroundings which we are in. So once we get away from a new surrounding, so our mind, the initial influence get disturbed, new experiences gained, it helps the brain to readjust itself, and then you never form a concrete idea or ideology of anything. So in this ride, actually, I'm trying to explore places, but indirectly what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to explore myself. I'm not trying to find a destination. The destination actually is me finding myself. So the exploration continues. This village, it's also Malharwadi. So we're gonna cross a lot of wadi. Oh, so much, so beautiful yellow flowers. Let me just ride on the right hand side, close to the flowers. Wow, so nice. I can slightly lean on the saddleback and I can ride my bike like a cruiser bike. Had I used the box, what do you call it, I don't know, and I wouldn't have the luxury of it. Okay, this is Mauli, it's not Malwadi. It's a unique village, Mauli. But I love the villages of Maharashtra. It's a shame that I'm not able to explore it. Lots of Sai Baba. Actually, this road, it's towards Shirdi, where there is a Shirdi Sai Baba temple, the famous temple. Sai Baba was such an interesting figure, lovingly known as Shirdi Sai Baba. No one knew where he was born. No one knew anything about him. I don't know, might be I heard he was a soldier or so, but no one really knew. So he used to loiter around, and people used to see him at random villages. And then his teachings were, Muslims in this region could adopt that teachings. The Hindu themselves could adopt that teaching. So everyone was like, he was Hindu, Muslim. In fact, he was teaching universal brotherhood. Wow, what a beautiful place. And you could see on these old stones there are reddish colored grasses. It's so beautiful. I don't know whether I'm able to capture this on a GoPro. Shirdi, 69 kilometers. I guess if Shirdi was open, I could go and visit it, but it must be closed. COVID restrictions. Man, what a beautiful sight. See, all rocky patches. This wide reddish grass. It's lichens, moses, I don't know, tolasana. Maybe in the 18th century, Sai Baba used to walk around. There are stories where he used to just, like I told you earlier, randomly pops up at different villages, walking on foot. He must have walked along all these regions. I'm lucky to be traveling in a region where he actually walked and preached his teachings. There's a village deep down below. We're gonna turn like this and go down into that low-lying plains.
Left a star glowing in your eyes when I'm not aware. You left a scar.
Wow.
Nice. Again.
This is Deccan Plateau. I don't need to confirm it. It is Deccan Plateau. Wow, so nice. So people are stopping and clicking. Escape ramp, what the hell is this? I've never heard of it. beauty. This is beauty. I was expecting a little bit less from this part of Maharashtra, because like from Kolhapur, no, from Satara to Pune onwards, it was one of the boring roads. There was nothing. But here, it's like exceeding my expectations. There's some water body there. How nice would it be to live in this region? Make a small hut, or in fact camp around this region.